Welcome to the Swed Podcast. Prudence, as usual, I'm your host, and I'm here with a beautiful lady. Let her introduce herself to you.
Hello, my name is Barbara Mugambe. I am a health psychologist by profession and also a spin instructor. And Prudence, let me ask you, how was class today?
Class was so challenging. I had never done spinning in my life. It was my very first time.
But you did a good job because most people actually do get off the bike and tell me, bye. You stayed to the end.
Yeah, because in Sukuma, blood was very consistent.
Yeah.
Very consistent and disciplined. You get what you want.
Exactly. And always have, because the more when I'm teaching in health psychology, teaching people to push endurance, it's always in the head. So tiredness comes from the mind and the body gets tired. But if you keep pushing and tell your head that I can make it, so that's one thing I saw. You had endurance, you push. Well done.
Thank you. So, who is Barbara? And define her in 3 words.
In only 3 words?
Okay,
Oh my
add.
God. Okay. Barbara is a mom. Barbara is a health psychologist. And I'm a person who is all about mind, body, and spirit. Having all those 3, teaching people that all those 3 are interconnected. That is my journey in life, things I like doing. That's me. Okay, a few words. I was going to add on.
You mentioned you were a spin instructor.
Yes, spin instructor.
What was the inspiration to join that conference?
So for me, my inspiration was I had high blood pressure. That's how it started. So when I had my first daughter, I got edema. So I was very big, very, very big. I think I was like, 100 kgs or 90. So they told me, you know what? When you start working out, you reduce and the pressure doesn't go away per se, but you tame it. Yeah. So that's when I started pushing, looking for something that I enjoy. Spin in particular is because of the music, the balance. It all the time it challenges my head. So by the time I get the moves, the balance, endurance, resilience, discipline, spin was always it for me.
In this industry dominated by men, what are some of the challenges they face in spin?
Most men are like, she's a lady, she's going to finish the class, she's not going to push us as hard as she can, they just do not believe that a woman can actually go through the sprints, because in spin we have sprints, we have uphill, we have balance, working the body. So most men are like, she's just going to be dancing, because that's what men would think. So all men who come and try my class, they are always challenged and they are like, oh my God, you can actually do that class. So that's the only thing, being undermined, one, and then also not believing that you can actually do what a man does. Yeah. So
when you were joining the spin industry, what advice did you have there to a young girl who sees you? Because I saw you and I was expecting that. Yeah. I think I should also push like her. So what advice can you give to a young girl who's afraid to start spinning class?
Everything is about starting and falling down and getting up and falling down again. So just start. Find your rhythm in spin. Spin has these different rhythms. There are people who like local music, people who like EDM, there are people who like, I found my rhythm. Find your rhythm. After finding your rhythm, find what you love doing. It's all about you, because doing a particular thing needs to be your passion. Even on days you do not feel like it, you come and still push it, because that's your passion, yeah? So just start. Find the rhythm. If this is a class you want to do, seek a mentor. In life, no man is an island. That's a lie. No man is an island. So always seek out the mentors who are willing to push you. Because once you get someone who can push you, you can always start and finish whatever you want.
So you mentioned earlier, psychologist. Is that the right word?
Yes, that's the right word. I'm a psychologist, health psychologist.
Yes, as a health psychologist, how do you help your clients deal with stress, anxiety?
The first thing, as I told you, for me as a health psychologist, I'm also the founder of Iman Wellness and Lifestyle. It's something that deals with fitness, psychology, teaching, trainings, all those things. So the one thing that I always tell my clients is the mind is not different from the body and the spirit. So we need to interchange that. Yeah? So I help people understand things holistically. Holistic wellness before we get into the medicine. So when my clients have stress, talk about things like nervous system regulation, which people don't even understand. You see, even just in the spin class, let me give you an example. You saw all the movements we're doing. Our nervous system was on fight and flight. When you stretch and go down, you're telling your nervous system, calm down. Yeah. You're getting safe. So that's the first thing we do. In stress, anxiety, depression, I first regulate the nervous system. Once the nervous system is regulated, you work on other things. Nervous system regulation, you have to work out. One or the other. If you do not work out, your mind will be your boss. And yet you're supposed to be in charge of it. Nutrition, what you put on your plate. Things we put inside our body actually do reflect on the outside. And they do manifest. So those are the things we start with until we get to talk therapy. Because again, no man is an island. As a psychologist, I help people with chronic diseases, chronic illnesses, obesity. I'm majoring in helping women who are post-perimenopause. You know, as women, we reach a point when we don't understand what's going on with our body. So like, oh my God, I'm still young, but something is going on with my body. As a health psychologist, I help women understand what is going on there and to regulate it. And those in menopause to understand the different hormones, what is going on there. I also help men, because men think they don't have menopause, they have andropause as well. So I also help them understand what's going on with their cycle. Yeah.
I checked through your TikTok videos. And I discovered you normally talk about self-development, self-growth. Please expand more on that.
Okay. Wow. So one thing I have understood in life is we attach ourselves onto different people and don't understand our own strengths. Yeah. So I get clients who can even cling on to me and they're like, I can't make it if I'm not with you. But if I give you the practical tools for self-development, you understand what you can do for yourself. You understand resilience. You understand growing through pains, because this world is not linear. It's like this. If you have those tools, self-development, self-growth, and you know one thing, but as we're talking about women, we go through so many changes. You know, even the next period cycle, you change. You completely change. You're not the same person in the period cycle before. So those are the things I help people understand: self-growth, self-development, career growth, understanding this is not what I want now, this is what I need now. When you develop yourself, understand, you pick joy from the simple things. Yeah? You get inner peace. You understand you're competent as a person and you do not need to touch yourself on different things. I have a lot to say that next time. come to my trainings.
Okay, I have two more questions.
Yeah.
One, if a fat lady, okay, a big size person or a big size man enters your class and they all see skinny people in the class and they fear and they're like, let me just go back, I don't fit here. What would be your reaction to that person? And then number two, as we are closing this podcast, what is your goal as a fitness coach, as a psychologist? Yeah.
All right. When I see someone who is, first of all, even as a health psychologist, the one thing when you come to me and I'm like, and you tell me what your goal is, I need you to first love your body. As simple as that. If you do not love your body, there's nothing we're going to work on. Because one or the other, even though you become skinny, you will still not love it. You will see something is lacking. So we first have to understand, even when they walk in, I am very excited to see you. As in, like, thank you for coming. Let's enjoy the class, yeah? And then if you seek out my help, what we start by understanding that your body is yours. Take care of it. That's your temple. You know, it carries you through storms. It carries you so much. So you need to love it. And once you understand to love it, you're like, as I'm taking care of it, these are the things that will make me feel better. If I'm actually right now, I walk until then I'm panting too much, that means I need to work on my body so that I make it healthy, but through loving it. If you don't love it, then nothing will ever happen for you. You will have a goal, you reach the goal, you're like, no, now I'm missing this, I'm missing that. So we first start with love ourselves. As you've seen my TikTok videos, I'm all about self-love, by the way. Yeah. And so my goal as a health psychologist is to help people understand more about mind-body connection. In Uganda, we're not understanding more about nervous regulation systems. We really haven't understood it. So my goal is to put out as much for people to understand that once you have a regulated nervous system, because before, let me just be a bit broad. Before, in the African culture like Uganda, we used to have communities whereby, our parents, where they grow up, they had the neighbors and they could go out and talk. But now we are isolated. You're in a ghetto, you're alone. You don't even have
phone.
You're on your phone practically the entire day. Even your phone tells you time out. But you're on it. So we do not have that as a way of regulating our nervous system, of understanding I'm safe here. Even now, your neighbor, you can't talk to them. You think they're going to rob you or something. You can't. So we're always on fight or flight. What is going on? What's happening? So my goal this year is to teach people, okay, now that we have evolved from what the African community was, this is what we are getting into. The white man reached there, the Western people reached there way before us, as the Indians. Now we need to understand it. No man is an island. When you're struggling, it is okay to say, you know what, I'm struggling. How can I work on myself? Before, our parents used to go out and dig, do what? They had so many things. Now we need to teach people, come into the spin class, come into Sukuma, dance. You need it. Your mind needs to just be free at that moment. Those are the things that are going to help you. So that's my goal as a health psychologist and as a fitness trainer. I want to see more women come into my class, more women getting into the spin bike and training. I want to, my goal again is to see if I don't know, add on Pilates this year, training myself, and I see how that works out. That's me as a fitness instructor.
Okay, we have heard from Coach Barbara. How was this? So nice. And picked a leaf. I hope you also picked a leaf. Love your body, be confident, have self-development and have self-worth. You'll be the best out of you. Thank you.